Former Brownsville resident and Guyville alumni, the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory offers warmth, convenience, affordability, and ample parking. With a knowledgeable funeral director and compassionate staff, the Gates family and the Gates Funeral Home and Crematory are ready to assist you.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this week's final edition of What's on Your Mind? Hot Topics with Kendall. And I'm Russ Rhodes. TJ misplaced his voice. Yeah. So we're giving him a little bit of time off there while he puts out a ad, lost and found ad, to try and find his voice to get back on here. So I'm filling in for him today on the board.
Happy with it.
Yeah.
We'll have the second hour. We have the sheriff here for the first hour, and then second hour will be open conversation. So feel free to chime in once that starts. But we are being brought to you by, is this your special?
No, I have mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I found mine in
Okay.
my mailbox. So we
Okay.
can alternate, or you can do them all. I don't care.
Okay. We're being, you'll just, Tire Man's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Caldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Bob's Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Gary's Auto Sales, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping.
You did that wonderfully.
I couldn't do it with my eyes closed, though. Maybe I could. Sheriff Custer, welcome.
Yeah,
it's been a while
great.
since you've been on the show.
It's been a
with us.
while. It's good seeing you and Russ again.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
We are live streaming on our WMBS Facebook page, so feel free to like and share, comment below. The sheriff is here to talk about two things. Sheriff, tell us what we're going to talk about today.
Well, we're going to talk a little bit about Us United and unity in our community and across the country, and what we've come up recently and what I've been involved with nationally, and then talk a little bit about our holiday Christmas spectacular coming up, and then a new search and rescue feature that's called Project Lifesaver that we're kicking off here at the Sheriff's Office.
And he has this apparatus here. He's going to tell us about it once he gets to that. So for the listening audience, you can't see what he's going to show us, but we're going to talk about it. And, if you get a chance later, our show will be posted to our WMBS Facebook page. So what is the Sheriff's United?
It's Us United.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nonprofit started 5 years ago by a businessman and a sheriff out of Michigan. And what it is focusing on is what it basically says. It's united in unity. So we look at divisiveness across our country, and what can we do to make things better? And the perfect example is politics. That can be the root of many major arguments, discussions, but
it used to be religion.
Oh, exactly. But politics is top religion now.
Yeah, it has.
And what they say, you never mix politics and religion at the Thanksgiving table.
Well,
so we
politics
have
has
that
kinda
coming
become
up.
people's religion at this point.
Well,
And
true.
so that's a good point. But so while we may disagree on politics, we can maybe come together and agree. And what we always use is sports can be a unifier. We may, like I said, disagree on politics, but we can go to a Steeler game or a Pirate game and be rooting for the same team. So
Or even down to local sports, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So a lot of people back their local sports teams, but we may have differences on like you said, race and religion. So there's many topics, but and part of Us United, what we as a organization did over the summer is created a spin-off of Us United is called the SUN, and that's the acronym for the Sheriff Unity Network.
Okay.
So we had the founder of Us United take a 8,000-mile road trip over the summer, started in Michigan, and then went through the Midwest down to Texas, across Louisiana, Florida, came up the East Coast, and then finally ended here, made a stop here in Fayette County. Since I'm a member, we took him around
Is this the
and
sheriff
different
somewhere
things.
else?
No, this was the civilian founder,
Okay.
businessman, Adam Mizell. Yeah, his partner, Chris Swanson, Genesee County, Michigan, was the other founding partner of Us United about 5 years ago. So we looked at the concept that, every county has a sheriff, and then let's start looking at who can be a unifier across the country. And there's 3,081 sheriffs across the country that we would hope to, many of them get involved with us. And what do you do in your community to bring unity? And it just so happens, I think a lot of counties, the sheriff is a leading vote getter and a respected elected official in each county. So that was kind of the meaning behind it. So, but while Mr. Mizell was here back in the summer, we went around, stopped at a couple different restaurants, and while we watch the news, and you would think there's this huge divisiveness when you just watch TV. But what we found after making this road trip around the country is that people are more unified than what it would seem. I mean, there's
it doesn't surprise me,
yeah,
actually.
there's
You,
a lot of
No, not really. No.
yeah, a lot of common ground, and I think a lot of it is national media driving that wedge and that division. But we took them up to the amphitheater, Timber Rock, and I forget what concert was there that night, but we went up there and talked to several people, and they were very understanding and appreciative of just having the time to sit down and express their opinions. And
So how would he approach these conversations?
just come up and basically tell him, introduce himself, and I was with him, and this is what we're doing, and explain the whole road trip thing, and how can we make our community and our country, how can we unify and bring everybody back together again, so
Were you
that
dressed
everybody's
were you in your uniform?
Yes, I was
Okay.
still in uniform. So
So
Were you
what were
dressed
some
up
of the
as the sheriff?
suggestions that were heard across his nationwide trip?
well, I think a lot of it was blaming national media, just people just need to bring the tone down. And, just recently, we just came out of the longest government shutdown, in the nation's history. And you look at that as these politicians that we elect to represent us can't come together and form a, common bond just to keep the government open. So that, thus we was in the longest shutdown ever.
That might have unified
So-
people a little bit too to reopen the government.
So
It was
in one
definitely
form or another,
yeah.
because not one side was getting the blame; it was both sides, really.
So one equal as the other.
Yeah.
So, but and another thing that we looked, and I mentioned sports as being a unifier, and what we've started in working around the country now. Like I said, this was in the summer, so Allegheny County, we looked at two different spectrums. We have Fayette County, rural, less populated, and then I introduced Mr. Mizell to Sheriff Kevin Krause of Allegheny County, a friend of mine. So we went up there to a pirate game, and what we sponsored, we met with the Pirates organization and their folks, and they sponsored what we call was Unity Seats. And what we try to do for the Unity Seats is find maybe some fans or two different families, sit them to each other and let them discuss and work it out. That, hey, but we can come together and enjoy a baseball game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so we've we've approached the NBA. The NBA's all involved, and we did some NFL cities, around the country, and I'm waiting to approach Sheriff Krause now, see if we can catch a Steeler game before the end of the year to bring it there and just bring attention to our cause. And
Is he doing like a documentary or writing a book eventually?
yes,
about this?
there's going to be a documentary put together.
Oh, that'll be really. You'll keep us posted.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's really neat.
So,
Do you have any idea what
it's
the timeline for that looks like?
No, I
Because
don't.
he's still
but,
in his journey of gathering.
trying to
Okay.
finish gathering information.
Yeah,
but
that's great.
But yeah, he was out in Montana with sheriffs out there, horseback and different things. So it was really neat. Down on the Birmingham Bridge in Pittsburgh and Clemente, and we had a good day and visit here. So looking forward to that as well. But like I said, we're not really as divided as we may think we are.
Well, Bill and I say that all the time on the show. We actually agree on a lot more than we disagree on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah, there far more unites us than what divides us is another common phrase.
Yeah, for sure. And but I mean, it is so polarizing now because, look, you have families that they separate. One goes one way for Thanksgiving, the other goes the other way because of politics. The COVID debates really sparked a lot of families to separate. But again, I think that was politically driven.
Well, I mean, we'll go, entertainment personalities. Earlier in the week, I think it was this week, Jimmy Kimmel's wife came out and said that she lost family members over the past presidential election, that they don't talk anymore.
politics and not
Politics,
religion.
yeah.
Right? So, it's crazy. But, and something that we've been able to get is establish the second Saturday of December is now National Unity Day. So that's a day that's set aside on the most of the calendars now to maybe go out and do something that you can unify in your community, maybe just extra kindness and whatever, and celebrate that day to be a little closer to those around you.
And even just spark up the same conversation we're having
Exactly.
right now.
Yep. Hey, we may not agree on this, but let's find what we can agree on.
Totally. And I noticed that even with my my full-time job. I'm talking to people all day, and we're so close, and we talk about such deep things, and we agree on so much. And many of them, our ballots would look very different once filled out, you know. But it doesn't matter, and we don't even talk about it. There's a few that I know we're always feeling the same way, so we'll just shoot the breeze about it. But there are ones too where I'll text and say, hey, the person that's going to be in the other chair, please don't bring up politics because let's just talk about other things. And they're like, cool, got it. And it's great. We have the nicest time. So just to...
And then off of that, you'd probably almost do anything for that person. I'm sure that person would do, return the
Without
favor.
question.
Right.
And we agree on almost everything.
Right. So that's what I said. It's some of the findings, across the country that, it's not quite as divided as what
now,
national media would have you.
Was there a video crew there?
He had a video crew out of Canada.
Okay.
And doing all
what
the
sparked
film
this
work.
for him?
I think it was just a vision of something that he wanted to do. Started, trying to bring our country back. I think he could see, things changing and just wanted to.
And nationally, how did the sheriffs get involved? How did he pinpoint that? Do you know?
Well, because one of the founding partners was a sheriff from Genesee County, Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how they came together, crossed paths, and how they originally met, I'm not sure, but that's what started it, and had the Sheriff Unity Network born out of that.
That's amazing.
So, and then another thing that we started here, another thing that's been going on 5 years, was the holiday Christmas spectacular, and we did our first one here last year. We've had plenty generous sponsors. Kroger is a national sponsor, and had some really local business people and some others.
This is a national thing too?
Yes, we're trying to grow that as well. I think we have it in maybe 15 states, and hoping to have 50 different sheriff's offices do that this December as a it's a bridge to help integrate law enforcement more into the community and building trust factors around to show. But it's about helping, just giving a helping hand, and somebody that may need something, and if there's something extra you can do at that time of the year for them, then that's what it's about.
Kind of to humanize
it's
these law enforcement officers too with the public,
yes.
Which is it's different a little bit for you because you are one of the few that it's you don't have the same. It's different because in Pennsylvania they don't have
because we're not a call for service department exactly, so we don't have
but
that.
Most of them are correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
Plus, I'll add to that. Being an elected official, you're maybe more approachable.
I would agree
that
with
makes
that.
sense.
No, I agree. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's true.
Because you've had to go out there, you've had to introduce
you-
yourself, you've
right.
had to
everybody
basically
that's
sell
run for
yourself.
office
Yeah.
has put themselves out there.
Yeah.
You know, right?
Yeah.
So
Do you find that to be different, like the experience, like what Russ just said, being more approachable because you are an elected official versus when you were a state trooper?
I look at it a little different because it is elected, but I think me, the person, I'm just, I don't know, I'm probably just like flatline. That's how I see myself. But, and I think I've always been approachable. So I don't know if,
Not so much
changing.
you, but just the general public.
General
Do you think they
right.
feel comfier just saying, "Hey, Sheriff Custer," other than like, "Oh, hey, Trooper Custer"?
I think so.
Yeah.
Especially because, like Russ said, when you open yourself up to elected office, you're more visible and more people, your name circulated more. So they're more apt to know who you were than just Trooper so-and-so at the time.
Because you so often, and I don't remember your campaigns, but a lot of times, officials, they bring their family into it, the pictures. So you're becoming more like the next door neighbor.
Right.
Type of, yeah.
Yep.
Russ, let's take a quick break.
We can do that because
And
it is about that time.
We'll come back and we'll talk about Project Lifesaver.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. This is What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rhodes, Kendall Sisler, and we've got Sheriff Custer in here talking about a number of things, and we're going to continue those conversations after this.
I'm Aaron Zolbrod, owner and founder of the health insurance store in Connellsville, and I have an important message for those on Medicare. Premiums for Part B, Advantage plans, and supplements are all increasing for 2026. In addition, many people will be faced with higher medical copays and $600 to $1,400 in additional out-of-pocket medication costs next year. Don't panic. You have options, and the health insurance store can compare every competitive Advantage plan and supplement side by side, ensuring that you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Since 2008, over 20,000 people have put their trust in the health insurance store to help them navigate the Medicare maze. With all the current and future changes, higher premiums, and out-of-pocket costs, never has it been more important to have an experienced and caring agency looking out and advocating for you. For a no-cost consultation, call the health insurance store at 724-603-3403, 603-3403, or visit us online, www.getyourbestplan.com, getyourbestplan.com.
One of the most incredible architectural masterpieces in the United States is right here in Fayette County. And this fall is your chance to see the work being done to preserve this national treasure as work continues to fortify Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water, a world-famous work of architecture that's on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Falling Water invites you to Fayette County Appreciation Day on Sunday, November 23rd to see their multi-year historic preservation effort in action, in addition to the always breathtaking home itself. Falling Water is offering free tours for Fayette County residents on Sunday, November 23rd. Book your free tour of Falling Water in advance by calling 724-329-8501. Falling Water's Preservation in Action tours will take place between 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Be sure to make your reservation in advance and don't miss your chance to witness this once-in-a-lifetime preservation tour of Frank Lloyd Wright's Falling Water.
439-2323.
For 24-hour emergency service, call us when you need. We're Fayette's Heating and Air Conditioning,
Your service company.
Be prepared for bone-chilling winter weather. Have Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning install a Bryant high-efficiency furnace in your home to replace that old worn-out system you now have. Choose Bryant's Plus 90 gas furnace or other quality heating system to keep yourself and your family warm and toasty this winter. Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning will also keep your present furnace running at peak efficiency with their 15-point safety check and cleaning. Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning today for your appointment. 724-439-2323. That's Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, your Bryant dealer, Route 119 north of Uniontown, located near Laurel Mall.
Call Fayette Heating and Air Conditioning, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323, 439-2323.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
WMBS.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind. I'm Russ Rose with Kendall Sisler and Sheriff James Custer here. And, well, we've got some other things. We're, Safe at Home? Is that it that you wanted to
Project
bring up
Lifesaver.
next?
But I have a question
okay.
about the Christmas event.
Yeah.
When is that and what happens?
That is going to be on December 20th. We've had different agencies maybe provide us with a list. We hope to maybe be able to serve 50 families with what we call blessing boxes of just everyday basic needs items per se. So that's, like I said, going to be December 20th. It's a Saturday. So we'll be going around delivering these blessing boxes. But if there's, anybody out there that would want to donate toward this, just contact my office and we'll be able to help you out with that.
So I'm curious, what is defined as a basic need?
Well, last year we did like paper towels, toilet paper, canned food goods,
Toiletries?
toys, toiletries, toothpaste, peanut butter, anything that's kind of non-perishable food. Sometimes depending how much money is able to be raised. I know if there's some special need and we have money, we were able to give out like Walmart gift cards. Was another item
and
in
this
there.
is all donation.
Clothing,
the county's not funding this.
No, this is all. No tax dollars, no county money, nothing into it. This is all raised by sponsors. Like I said, Kroger was a major sponsor.
Yeah.
The program is. And Walmart here, and like I said, some other businesses that are in the area that was able to donate and help out immensely. So then we just go out and buy it and store it and box it, and then we have our list from Community Action partnered with us, and Children Youth Services have given us the list of maybe some families they felt was really in need, and then beside the food items, maybe. Gloves and socks and that kind of stuff,
for winter
wear. So just a mixed, and then we try to have in our toy drive. Anybody like to donate any toys, we have those and take for the homes that have kids and hand those out as well.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and it was it's kind of really a heartwarming event last year, and when you see some of the homes that you go to, you feel like you're helping them out in the best way that you can, and I'll never forget, we pulled up to this one house and we were in a sheriff vehicle, and
oh gosh,
and the little boy started running and crying back to the house saying, "Daddy, Daddy," because he had an experience last time. Daddy got picked up by the police and was taken to jail. So and just be able to change that relationship and that outlook that law enforcement isn't here always to arrest and take you away. So that was a heartwarming moment, and just to see that and
even
realize that hey, you're not taking my daddy.
When I hear parents say to their kids, "Oh, you better stop, or I'm going to call the police." Like, no.
Right.
You do not threaten your kids with the police.
And that's the
police
same
are
way,
there to help.
right? If we're in uniform, stop for lunch or somewhere, and the same thing you just mentioned, the child may be acting up a little bit over there, and they're like, you hear the parents say, "Hey, if you don't settle down, that policeman over there is going to arrest you." And I'm like, I've walked over and said, "Hey, don't tell them, that, that's not what we're trying to, the
Tell
image
Santa
that we
Claus
want."
is watching.
Exactly. we don't want them fearing the police, or if they really need help, then be scared to go to the police. So, we try to interrupt that every time we hear it. So
That's so good. I'm happy
Yeah.
to hear that. We have a call. We'll see what the call is. If it's a question regarding what the sheriff has to say, or if it's something else, we'll just tell him to call back. Russ.
Oh, well, wait till everybody's got their headphones on here. We're getting there.
That's okay.
This is called preparation.
Showbiz.
on the fly, right?
Alrighty. And hopefully it works too. Hello, welcome to Hot Topics. You're on the air with Russ Kendall and Sheriff Custer. Oh, wait, you know what helps if I hit this other button?
Just kidding.
Yeah, okay, we'll do this again. Welcome to the show. You're on the air with Russ Kendall and Sheriff Custer.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, I'm sorry. I called for information about the radio station.
Okay.
But I thought this was interesting because I could hear you speaking with the sheriff in the background. So I couldn't resist. I had to listen in a little bit. But no, I'm sorry.
That's
okay. You can call back.
Yep. Well,
okay, thanks.
Somebody will pick up for you then. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, there you go. So we have interest out there.
Yeah. Hey, maybe she didn't.
We have interest out there.
Okay, let's talk about Project Lifesaver.
Well, that started first. I'll preface a little bit. The sheriff's office sponsored a search and rescue team, K9 units, ground units, quads, side by sides, probably back when Sheriff Brownfield started in around 2000, and sustained it probably for just over 20 years, even after he left and I was there. But just like, and it was all volunteers. So just like a lot of the volunteer agencies, fire departments, EMS, volunteers are dwindling. You couldn't find, other people were, getting maybe up there in age a little bit and couldn't do as much, and trainings were falling off just because we didn't have attendance there, and it takes a lot for a volunteer to certify a search dog, for the training and everything that goes into it. It's a lot of money and a lot of expense for volunteer. So basically, it just kind of didn't have enough people to really fill out a search and rescue unit the way that it should be run, to have enough people respond. So in trainings, so it kind of discontinued it probably about 2 years ago now.
Okay.
So I was at a conference and found out about Project Lifesaver, and what it is a radio frequency receiver and transmitter, and it's designed for our at-risk population, our Alzheimer's, Down syndrome, autism patients, and anybody that has a tendency to wander, away from a caregiver. So statistics showed it, usual search for somebody like that has taken 9 hours and $15,000 in cost to run a search and try to find these people. And, the longer it would go, the less chance of success of finding them alive. So, Project Lifesaver is, saving lives and bringing loved ones home is our motto. And so after finding out about it, and come to find out, Monongalia County, West Virginia, has a unit that runs the same thing, and Washington County to our north is also involved. So what makes it nice is hopefully as we go along, if they have somebody on the border area, we can partner with them, because the more searchers you have, the better chances of your outcome. So I brought some of the equipment, but the way that it works is the client or the patient is issued one of these transmitters, and with a wristband that you can fix on the body. So this is the size of it.
It looks like like a little like a cap almost.
Yeah, that would just and there's bands that you put it there.
Yep.
So and then
for the listening audience, It's an even smaller size around than like an Apple Watch or something.
Mm-hmm. Thicker, though.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And then, so if there's a family out there or caregiver that has one of these at-risk individuals, and we're going to probably kick this off right after the first of the year, they could come to the sheriff's office. We are hoping to raise more money or secures funding because this transmitter kit right here is $400.
Okay.
Okay, for the transmitter. It comes with a year's supply of batteries. So we're hoping to be able to raise money that we can put those out there and cut the cost down.
Okay.
But the family would come in. What we do is start a registry. Each transmitter has its own frequency, so that frequency is logged in. And then should the unfortunate time come that they wander, as soon as possible, hopefully call will be dispatched just like the old search and rescue through 911.
Okay.
Yeah, to activate our team. And then we have this here receiver that...
Wow.
Kind of a direction finder, really.
Yep,
Yeah.
kind of. So what this does is you'll find out them and their number in their registry. Just basically ask.
Because it'll be in the system.
It'll be in the system, right? And hopefully, as part of the kit, we'll have their frequency number on their phone because when we get that call, that's the first thing we want is, what's their frequency number, when were they last seen, and where were they last seen, So then this receiver, we put their frequency number in here, turn this on, and then, get to that location, and you just start a circular movement, and then it starts beeping like a sonar. And
how close do you have to be to that person?
Roughly as the crow flies within a mile. So we're hoping that, once they, that's why it's sooner the better, that once they go wandering to get us involved, and then we get to that location, and then, maybe any direction of travel, because then we can dispatch and have routes go the other way that hopefully coming in from different directions so that...
So there'd be
a
more than
chance.
one receiver.
Yeah,
being
we
worked?
have two, and that's what I said. These were,
But if some of our neighboring counties
right,
have
and
them
that's
too.
what we do. Memorandum, a partnership, cooperation that you have somebody in Southern Washington, and we have somebody in Northern Fayette, or same as West Virginia. We'd be willing to assist because the more of these in play, the better chance of finding the subject.
How much of a direct line of sight's not the term here because you can't see him, but I mean, if the person's over there, can I be pointing it over that way off at an angle a little bit, and you still
now
have
this
like a hot and cold thing?
Yeah.
I wonder that too.
Yeah, no, it's like I said, it
Will it show you when you're getting close?
No, it
just
you'll
when
know
you
by
find it.
sound.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, I mean, this is the direction, and if you're over there, it goes in the direction it's pointed. So you always start like in a 360 turn.
Okay.
So if I'm over here, I'm not getting anything. When this is over there, then as you come toward it, it's going to start beeping. So you're going to go that direction.
Okay, so you don't
But
have to
there
be
is not-
directly on it for
No.
it to beep. It's got a little
Right,
bit
it's
of
got a
degree.
range, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
And I'm sure you've learned of success stories with this.
Yeah, they've the like 99% find rate, and we just had a training, and we did the mock searches, and I was really impressed how it worked. We had the instructor, go out here from the courthouse within a couple miles and give us a call. This is where the person was last seen, and I was really impressed at how it worked, and how it took us right to her. So
And when are you launching this?
probably right after the first of the year.
Do you guys have a Facebook page?
We do.
And is it an active Facebook page?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what is that Facebook page?
Fayette County, PA Sheriffs.
Okay, Fayette County PA Sheriff, and you will keep...
Yeah, we'll be putting that on there, and
This $400, is this an expense to the family?
Well,
for the kit, or
it is, and there's some counties that we'll charge that, and that's why we're trying to raise money.
Okay.
We'd like to, because
Lower that
obviously,
cost somehow.
lower that cost somehow
Gotcha.
if
Okay.
we can.
Sure.
If we can do that.
I just got on the Facebook page to follow it. It's Fayette County PA Sheriff's Office on Facebook.
Right.
I didn't know you met him.
Yes.
Get out! What was his name? DJ.
He's a
That
special honorary deputy
boy
of
dressed up as a police
of
officer.
Fayette County.
Oh, is he? Wait, was he in Fayette County?
No, this was in Fort Lauderdale at
Okay,
the
yeah,
National
okay.
Sheriff's Conference, but we swore him in as a lot of other
Did it?
departments did,
Yeah.
as an honorary special deputy.
Oh, what a little doll. That's nice. Yes. Okay. And then so you'll keep things posted as well as the Christmas thing for people to. Oh,
Yes.
This is an active page. This is nice to see what you're doing. How about the sheriff's app? Is that still?
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
I
still-
know
yeah.
that the inmate search is there.
That's our most popular one.
Well, yeah, I would say
You can
so.
imagine that.
But you have this. The Fayette County Sheriff's Office has an app which is very nice, and you have sheriff's sale, firearm licensing, sex offender, news and alerts, most wanted.
Yeah, and that news and alerts one is nice. If there's bad weather coming up
Yeah.
into the area, you guys send out an automatic alert on that, which I think is
Yeah,
a
and any
very nice
message we
feature.
get of any, highway closures, especially like during the winter with the summits closed down, we try to do push alerts and get that out there too. So, but yeah, it's been well received.
You have a lot going on.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Little bit. How's let's talk about, because I think we have a little bit of time here before the next break. Not much. How's the inmate program progressing?
Well, I think it's doing great, and just I don't have it with me here, but the National Sheriff's Association has a magazine that comes out every other month, and we are this issue's cover story feature article on the Ignite success that we're having here in Fayette County.
Oh,
And when we were in Fort Lauderdale, our warden and a deputy warden and our security captain, we were all invited to Florida, and we presented to at the national conference to the other sheriffs that were there on the how Ignite's working for us and a bit about the program. But we have our sixth session starting. It's in session right now. We're having our next graduation on December 3rd. And I'm excited for the next session after that, because we are bringing in a virtual reality auto mechanic, basic auto mechanic certification that once they're able to get out of jail, then they will be ASE certified to possibly for brake jobs, tire changes, oil, that kind of stuff to work as a mechanic. So I think that's been well received. We have Heartland Fabrication now teaching welding up there, helping to hopefully, give them a job opportunity once they're released. And so far, like they said, anybody that's been through the program and got out of jail hasn't been back, and that's the goal.
And
Yeah, that's the goal,
yes,
to reduce
absolutely.
the recidivism and the generational incarceration. So, yeah, it's been quite a success.
Yeah.
We're proud of it, and I'm very thankful of our jail staff that's running it. They're perfect, and I'm excited that it's really taken off the way it has.
Great.
and this is a willing participation thing.
Yes.
No one's forcing them to do this.
No, it's volunteer to.
for them.
Yeah, so hopefully they have that drive to better themselves, and we
And you
we
guys
were
have
also
the
doing
support, you're giving them the support to do so.
Yeah, we also have GED classes. We just haven't been able to get our first graduate yet, only because maybe they've bonded out or something like that. They weren't there long enough to complete it. So we're still
Well, hopefully they
trying to get our
once they
hopefully
were
they
out,
continue it.
continued
Right.
it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that they were having enough success
Right.
with you that to say, I'm going to get this done.
Yeah, and if they start, like I said, we have educational certificate programs on their tablets, and even if they, bond out or release from jail, they can take their password with them and have a year to complete it on the outside, so they can still take that with them.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Excellent. Well, I do have to take that quick little break.
Certainly.
So when we come back, we'll close everything out here on Hour 1 of What's on Your Mind Hot Topics. I'm Russ Rhodes, Kendall Sisler, and Sheriff Jim Custer. More after this.
Ready to score big on your next home? Well, great news. Huge savings are waiting for you at Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon. From open floor plans perfect for game day parties to energy-efficient homes that will help you save money all season long, these homes are built to deliver. Don't wait on the sidelines. Make the winning play today and find the home that fits your family and lifestyle. Visit Clayton Homes of Bell Vernon at 4500 Route 51. Pizza Kings in Connellsville is your go-to lunch and dinner spot with a full menu of mouth-watering pizzas and so much more. Using a deck oven helps our pizzas stay extra crisp, so if you haven't tried a slice lately, what are you waiting for? From our 50-slice King Carnivore to veggie pizzas and even pickle pizzas, Pizza King has the pie to match your taste. Pizza Kings, 1046 Morrell Avenue in Connellsville. Call 724-626-8343 or visit pizzakingswithaz.com.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Feeling lucky? Your next big jackpot is waiting for you. Visit the casino at Nemacolin in Farmington, PA for the ultimate casino experience featuring the hottest table games, daily promotions, big-time giveaways, and an exciting variety of premium slots. And after, celebrate your big win with a juicy burger at the Royale while you watch the big game. Hotel packages available. Visit CasinoNemacolin.com for more information. The Casino at Nemacolin. Game on. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hi everyone, this is Kelly Clark with Autoland Hyundai in downtown Uniontown. SUV season is here, and you can get that new, certified, or select pre-owned all-wheel drive that you've been looking for. It's just a test drive away. Let me show you how simple you can buy or lease your next vehicle. The season is changing, so fall into your best deal with me. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. 724-208-5281. Great selections, super pricing, and deals on your next wheels. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. Kelly Clark, Autoland Hyundai, 724-208-5281. I'll make you a good deal.
Having Hickson Boss Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. This is flu season. Call Hickson Boss at 724-437-2828 and ask about flu shot availability and other vaccines. Free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and dependable courteous service are Hickson Boss' way of doing business. Hickson Boss Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
WMBS.
And welcome back to What's on Your Mind Hot Topics. Kendall Sisler, I'm Russ Rhodes. Sheriff Custer, we've had a bunch of conversations about some new initiatives, some past ones, and the success they've been doing. So, anything new that you're kicking around and in the back of your head that, you know, maybe this is something we can do, but you're still figuring things out?
Yeah, I think we kind of went over it. Like I said, looking forward to
until
getting
your
this.
Next conference.
Until the next one.
New.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what the jail says about the Ignite program. You know, they're always worried about what I go find and bring back next, creating more work. But no, I couldn't have a better staff up there at the jail. They're great. Yeah, no, I have a great office.
Yeah,
yeah.
you do.
No, I have good people. So when you surround yourself with good people, it makes everything easier.
Well, you're probably a really good boss.
Well, I don't know about that.
I would imagine he is.
I think I think you're doing a nice job.
I think so too.
Thank you.
And thank you for all you're doing.
Yeah.
So,
you're quite welcome.
Faith and Blue went well. We chatted about
Yeah.
this and
Yeah, that
probation
was
2 years
right.
in a row.
Mm-hmm.
They won.
Yep.
So
juvenile.
Juvenile.
Yeah, juvenile probation.
They're probably impossible to live with right now. They're still bragging, right?
Yeah, they're doing good though. They were gracious winners.
Yeah, okay. Until next year comes around.
Yeah, until next year, then it's on again,
Yeah,
you
then
know.
it's on again.
Did you play?
Absolutely.
Did you play?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had a team, but we fell a little short.
Next year, you guys have to come on our show and talk about Faith in Blue.
Okay.
I feel like it's always on a different show, and I think that's a great event.
Yeah,
and so I'm.
And that's another thing that, follows right along with our unity.
Yes,
you know,
of course. I'm claiming Faith in Blue.
Are you?
On the show for
There you go.
2026.
All right.
Hey, the more we get
That's
it out
fine.
there, the better
Yeah,
it is.
yep,
So,
yep.
yeah.
Russ, we are going to take a break then for the news, and when we come back, there we're going to have open conversation. I think Paul's headed our
Paul
way.
Sunyak is
Paul
on his way.
Sunyak, yes.
Okay, that's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
We've never
we
done
can
a
chat
show
about
with me,
there.
Paul. Although we miss Bill, of course. It was nice to change.
Yeah. So, and TJ, I guess Bill was supposed to have a tooth pulled today. And then as a result, TJ was scheduled in his place.
Yeah.
And then, as I mentioned, he lost his voice.
And you're just saving the day.
Here I come.
For the
to save
second,
day.
724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line will be open right after the news.
Yeah, which is brought to you by CBS. And
CBS
that's
News.
News from around the world, around the country. And then, normally I'd say TJ will bring you the local news, sports, and weather, but it's actually Brian that's going to be doing the local news, sports, and weather, and that's when we're all back in. Sheriff,
yes.
Thanks for coming on in.
You are
Appreciate
welcome.
it. You have a great weekend.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Will do.
And we'll
Same
chat
to
with you
Happy
again
Thanksgiving,
soon.
everyone.
WMBS Uniontown, it's 2 o'clock.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Christopher Cruz. A federal bankruptcy court judge today said he will approve OxyContin maker Purdue Pharma's settlement of thousands of lawsuits over the terrible toll of opioids. The settlement includes some money for thousands of victims of the epidemic and requires members of the Sackler family to contribute up to $7 billion and give up their ownership of Purdue Pharma. President Trump is working to derail a House bill requiring the Justice Department to release its files on Jeffrey Epstein. CBS's Natalie Brandnow at the White House.
President Trump, who has denied any wrongdoing, again this morning called it a hoax pushed by Democrats and criticized some Republicans for falling into their clutches.
Today, the president said he'll ask the Justice Department and the FBI to investigate Epstein's involvement with prominent Democrats, including former President Bill Clinton. Air traffic controllers are starting to see deposits hit their bank accounts. Here's CBS's Chris Van Cleve.
The nation's air traffic controllers have begun receiving back pay from the government shutdown. Controllers worked without pay for more than a month, missing 2 full paychecks and a portion of a third. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy promised the controllers a lump sum payment within 48 hours of the government reopening. The FAA says that payment started hitting controllers' accounts this morning.
However, the controllers haven't gotten all of their back pay yet. Fights have again broken out between protesters and Border Patrol agents and police at a detention center in Broadview, Illinois, near Chicago. CBS News Chicago reporter Lauren Victory has been watching the clashes take place.
The vibe out here is definitely calmed a little bit, while at the same time we're hearing more chanting, some sirens, there were some whistles. Some of the police officers in the last 30 seconds actually pushed members of the media back. We've been standing behind these barricades all morning.
The confrontations come on the same day that ICE faces a court-ordered deadline to release 13 detainees who'd allegedly been taken into custody illegally by federal agents. There could be confrontations in Charlotte as well, where officials and activists are preparing for the arrival of Border Patrol agents as soon as this weekend. State Representative Aisha Dew says they're not needed.
We don't have borders here in North Carolina that need to be protected. We don't need to be protected from Virginia, Tennessee, nor South Carolina. And I'm sorry, but people are not joining us in Wilmington.
People in Santa Barbara, California are trying to protect their homes from heavy rain and flooding. Among them, Stephen Gantner, who's picking up sandbags.
We just want to be prepared in case we get a dump and make sure that the rain doesn't enter the garage.
On Wall Street, less than 2 hours before the close of a very tough trading week, the Dow is down about 0.5%. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Looking for a fireplace? Koval Building Supply at 40 Monroe Avenue in Uniontown is more than your plumbing supply store. We specialize in fireplaces of all fuel types, such as gas, wood, pellet, and electric. We're now featuring Harmon pellet stoves from Forge and Flame, perfect for keeping your family warm and cozy. Call Koval today at 724-437-8824 or visit kovalsupply.com to start planning for the winter season. Koval Building Supply, everything you need to make your house feel like home.
At Davis & Davis, we understand that facing legal challenges can be overwhelming. That's why we're here to guide you along the way. This is Attorney Jim Davis. With over 45 years of experience, our team is dedicated to fighting for your rights and making sure you get the maximum amount of money that you deserve. The best part is you won't pay us a penny until we win your case, and we will win your case. If you are hurt, injured, or need help with workers' compensation, call us today for a free consultation. Call 724-437-2799 and get the protection that you deserve.
There's a new look coming to the snack aisle of your supermarket.
A couple of popular snack chips show off what's not inside their new bags: artificial dyes. Simply NKD Doritos and Cheetos have stripped down white packaging and boast naked of dyes. The Cheetos claim flamin' hot flavor, the Cool Ranch Doritos the bold flavor you love, but no more bright red finger dust, and the chips maker PepsiCo says the products will be completely colorless. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has been vocal about a possible ban on food additives. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
A surprise announcement from Walmart today. It said 59-year-old CEO Doug McMillon will retire at the end of January. As head of the huge retailer, McMillon played a key role in the American economy. The company says 150 million people shop on its website or in its stores every week. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
The award-winning local district and statewide news is being brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation, a leading provider of preventative and rehabilitative services to promote physical wellness for patients of all ages and abilities. In your neighborhood with new state-of-the-art facilities on 104 Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Call 724-437-0556 for NovaCare. And now to the news.
Good afternoon, I'm Nick Barczyk. It is 2:05 on a Friday, and outside of our Davis & Davis studios, cloudy skies and 51 degrees. Davis & Davis attorneys at law helping those who are injured for over 40 years. Your local station, 590 and 101.1 WMBS. The Weather Watch and sports on the way. Penn State administration will hold a virtual meeting December 9th to provide updates on the 7 Commonwealth campuses that will close in 2 years, and also the 13 campuses that will remain open. Several administrators will discuss their visits this fall to all 20 campuses, where they've met with students, faculty, staff, and campus leadership. In May, university trustees voted to close the Fayette, New Kensington, Shenango, Mount Alto, Wilkes-Barre, Du Bois, and York campuses at the end of the spring 2027 semester. Due to declining enrollment, finances, and a reported lack of potential for growth, Penn State says the closing campuses represent just over 3.5% of students, just under 3.5% of faculty, and over 2% of total staff. Some residents of the city of Uniontown are upset over the possible construction of a new Dollar General store right next to a historical home. Trees are now cleared on a section of land along Morgantown Street in the city near the Craig Mansion and Benjamin Franklin Elementary Middle School. The Craig Mansion was built in the 1870s by Robert Craig, a descendant of John Smiley, who settled in the area before the Revolutionary War. The house is now on a separate property, always was, and will not be disturbed by the construction, but those opposed to the store say placing it near the mansion will take away from the impact of the area. The solicitor of Uniontown, Tim Witt, says a development plan for the site has been approved. A spokesperson with Dollar General told a Pittsburgh TV station they have not committed to building the new store, but they are in the due diligence phase of the process. That is essentially the same thing a company representative told TribLive.com about the project over 3 years ago. Full SNAP payments are now going out to residents and recipients around Pennsylvania. This week, the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services announced food assistance benefits were being distributed following the end of the federal government shutdown. Officials say those enrolled in SNAP should see the full amount for November by this weekend. Recipients can check balances using the Connect EBT app or website. Verizon is cutting about 15,000 jobs.
The Wall Street Journal said Thursday the cuts are the largest ever for the telecommunications company and are set to take place next week. The report says Verizon is looking to reduce costs as it contends with increased competition for both wireless service and home internet customers. It says Verizon has lost postpaid phone subscribers for 3 consecutive quarters. I'm Tammy Trujillo.
The most popular Thanksgiving side dish in Pennsylvania is being revealed. A survey called State of the Sides by Campbell's says that stuffing and dressing remains the most popular side dish this Thanksgiving, not only in Pennsylvania but the whole United States. Mashed potatoes came in second. The survey says over 60% of Americans prefer sides over turkey, and nearly half say they would be happy with no turkey at all and just a plate full of sides. Not sure about that. 208, 51 degrees, sports and weather next on WMBS.
Did you know that you have a choice for your physical therapy provider? NovaCare Rehabilitation offers same-day appointments, and oftentimes you don't need a prescription from your doctor to see us. We will make sure that you are treated as an individual and will work directly one-on-one with you to help achieve your goals. You have tried the rest, now try the best. NovaCare, Delaware Avenue in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-0556 to schedule your appointment today.
In sports, hockey getting underway this hour over in Europe. Stockholm, Sweden, Penguins taking on the Nashville Predators. That game just underway, scoreless in the first period. We'll give you score updates throughout the afternoon. On the air tonight, college football, Clemson at Louisville on the air at 7, kickoff at 7:30 on WMBS, and a busy football weekend. College football doubleheader tomorrow, Notre Dame at Pitt at noon, Texas at Georgia at 7, then the NFL Sunday, Bengals at Steelers at 1, Lions at Eagles at 8. A lot of sports this weekend on WMBS. The Steelers at 5-4, taking on the 3-6 Bengals at Acrisure, and on Saturday before that, a top 25 matchup, Pitt Notre Dame at noon. So a lot going on this weekend on WMBS. And now the weather watch right now at 51, going up to 54 today, overnight low at 50. Chance of rain and some thunderstorms late Saturday, high warming up to 64, but the overnight low at 43. Only at 45 for the high Sunday with sun, 43 with clouds and sun. Monday low down below 30 at 28. Monday night, Tuesday, chance of showers 45, 54 Wednesday, and 61 with some rain Thursday. Right now at 2:10 on a Friday afternoon, clouds and 51 outside of our Davis & Davis studios in downtown Uniontown. Good afternoon, I'm Nick Barczyk. On the way next, second hour of Hot Topics, Kendall, Paul, and Russ, I think all in for this one. On the way next on WMBS, I'll talk to you again at 3:05. Good afternoon.
The award-winning local district and statewide news has been brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation, now offering telehealth and home-based care as well. Located on 104 Delaware Avenue in Uniontown, call 724-437-0556 for NovaCare.
There's no place like home, and no thing like winning. Now, till the end of November, just be the 6th caller to 724-438-4593 when you hear.
Oh, there's no place like home for the holiday.
And you'll win $30 worth of Snow Place Like Home scratch-off tickets from the Pennsylvania Lottery, with festive fun and 10 top prizes of $20,000. Play today and let it snow winnings. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Must be 18 or older to play. Please play responsibly.
Hey everyone, this is Josh Krysak here, letting you know that it's not too late to purchase a shed, carport, or building due to the cold weather that's upon us. Ron from Ultimate Structures will explain.
Here at Ultimate Structures, we go full-time, year-round to service our customers. Don't let the cold weather discourage you from purchasing the storage building for your needs. Our manufacturers and installation crews keep chugging through the cold weather. There may be minor delays due to snow and ice, but you can be assured every attempt will be made to get your building up and ready to protect your valuables.
That is great news to hear, Ron. Our listeners can still purchase a shed, carport, garage, or building to fit their needs.
Customers can call me anytime to discuss their needs at 724-557-3281. That's 724-557-3281. We can sit down and design what you desire. Come out to our mega lot to view models to fulfill your dreams. We are Ultimate Structures, satisfying Fayette County customers since 2007.
Zen's Antiques and Home Decor, a part of the Cinder Shack family of vendors where you can find both antique and new furniture, collectibles, housewares, gift items including jewelry and candles, and so much more. Follow Zen's Antiques and Home Decor on Facebook for new items and information on upcoming events. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor in Building 2 at 3391 National Pike in Farmington. Zen's Antiques and Home Decor.
Are you considering a project design and don't know where to start? K2 Engineering offers a wide range of professional civil, architectural, and municipal services to meet your individual project needs. Our versatility combined with our personalized approach is what sets us apart as a full-service engineering and consultation firm. To learn more about our services, please visit us on the web at www.k2engineering.net. K2 Engineering, where customer service is our priority. Are you interested in earning your degree online or finishing your degree? Take your career to the next level at Salem University. Salem University offers more than 50 online degrees and certificate programs. Learn how you can advance your career with degrees in nursing, business, education, criminal justice, and IT. Salem has 4-week classes starting once a month. Contact Salem University by dialing 844-462-9128, option 1, or visit salemu.edu to see if you are eligible for our partnerships offering tuition scholarships.
Bad hair day? Bad day at the office? Bad day behind the wheel? Hey, stuff happens, even to the best of us. At least your car insurance rate doesn't have to take a hit. Get Erie Rate Lock from Erie Insurance. Gives you a great rate that stays put until you change a car, driver, or your address. Plus, seriously good service. Now that's something to smile about.
Your Erie agent in Uniontown and Ross Traver Township is Sprowls Insurance Group, 724-437-9812, or go to sprowlsinsurance.com.
Erie Rate Lock does not guarantee continued insurance coverage and is not available in all states.
Your local station, WMBS.
The views and opinions presented by the host, guests, or callers on this program do not necessarily represent the positions of WMBS Radio.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of What's on Your Mind Hot Topics. I'm Russ Rhodes, sitting in for TJ, who was to sit in for Bill, but there's a whole story there. We don't have time to do that. Kendall's here, and also Paul Sunyak is with us. So
Good
welcome,
to see you.
Paul.
Good to see you,
yeah.
Russ. Your smiling face.
Well,
mixing it up here a little bit. I
it's
like
Friday. Why wouldn't we be
it.
smiling, right?
Next man up, man. It's like the Steelers, right?
Something like that, right?
There you are.
Although, you know what? We're successful in doing that. The Steelers, not so much.
Yeah, exactly. They got a deep bench here at WMBS, right?
Right.
Deep bench.
Okay, I got to tell you, Paul. I'm jealous.
Why?
I saw you went to Paul McCartney Tuesday.
Got to read the sponsors.
Yes.
We would not be here talking about Paul's concert going.
Oh, okay.
If it wasn't for our great sponsors.
Yeah, which are plenty.
Yes.
Yes.
Tire Man's Auto Garage, K2 Engineering, Coldwell Banker, Laurel Ridge Realty, Chestnut Ridge Counseling, Hicks and Ball's Drugstore, Red Rooster Dumpster and Hauling, Gary's Auto Sales, and Bright Stripe Seal Coating and Line Striping.
There you go.
724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Phones are open, and we are live streaming on our WMBS Facebook page.
Okay.
Okay, back to McCartney.
Back to Paul McCartney.
I like his name, by the way. His first name's good.
It is, yeah. Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally got to see him. I mean, I'm surprised that I had a chance to do that. But I think about stuff this way anyway. Like, being a kid, I remember 1964, had a swing set in the yard, a couple swings on my brother and I would swing, and you swing and you could echo in Lambert. It would come back up the hill. We're like swinging, singing, "She loves you," yeah, because you knew the words to it even as a kid.
Yeah.
So they're like
you could understand words.
Icons to me. I mean, to think that you could ever see a Beatle in concert, it was a big deal.
Did you ever think growing up, and did Paul even think about that? What, Paul's 80 now?
83.
83. Did you ever think that, we'd be going to concerts for rockers that are 83 years of age? And for that matter, did Paul McCartney even begin to think that, yeah, I'm still going to be doing this at 83? It's just kind of, Mick Jagger, same thing.
Yeah.
The Stones, they're still out there rocking it and pulling it off and killing it.
To be 83 in 2.5 hours at least on stage, I never saw him take a break or take a drink of water. I mean, really, But there's a famous clip there after the Beatles broke up. I think John Lennon was on maybe Dick Cavett or one of these talk shows, right? And he's pretty funny because Lennon was always pretty witty. And they were asking about the breakup of the Beatles, and he said, well, it was sort of time, we all had, too much material to split up to put on an album. George Harrison has started coming to his own. He goes and we don't want to be out there when we're 60 doing this, when you got tuberculosis and asthma saying, here they are again. And he goes yesterday. It's just a really great YouTube clip of Lennon.
Okay.
But then they end up doing it.
They end up doing it. Yeah, it just never thought that they would, Roger Daltrey and Pete Townsend with the Who still out there doing it. It's just all these great rockers still doing it.
They're still kicking. So it's a blessing in a way that they're still doing it, so you can go see them.
Sure. Sure.
Because you never know when you get to be 80-some years old, how much longer they're going to be around. I'm glad they do it.
So am I. Yeah, absolutely. So what else you want to chat about here? So
came prepared.
Well, all right. So we'll bring this. This was I did not see this till today because of how the paper delivers and everything. All this anymore. But one of the headlines on the front page: Fayette County residents call for audit of Marietta campaign finance report. So they're alleging that he's not doing it the right way, and things are missing, and they want the courts to interact and have an official audit done. So what are your thoughts on all of that?
Well, I feel like I just want it. I mean, I would like to see it just to get it out of the way. Because I feel like the Recorder of Deeds, John Marietta, I feel like this has been,
He won fair and square. I mean, he ran his election how he feels he needed to win, and he was successful. So, congratulations to him on that. But
what is sparking this, though?
Politics is sparking it.
Well, yeah, it is.
Be honest about it.
But those records are open to the public. You got to request to see them, but they are open. So his distractors, they went and looked, and they see on his campaign finances 2 weeks before the election that he had no donations and no expenses. Pretty much so, yeah.
For that period, though,
for
right?
that period,
it's fairly common. They have the 2 week pre or whatever, and the 3 week post report, and the 3 week post report is the one that usually has the most stuff on it for candidates. There's nothing new or unusual about that.
Other than the fact that they're supposed to be timely, Paul. You're not supposed to hold off.
Right.
If you had an expense, you're supposed to report it within that period. You're not supposed to. You're still reporting it. I understand, but it's supposed to have been done in the period where that expense, where those donations took place. And I think that's what people are looking at right now.
I think here's what annoys me, and I'm not alleging that John Marietta has done anything to violate any sort of campaign finance laws or reporting. But, okay, so John Marietta is quoted in saying, what's really happening here is a group of disgruntled partisans, several of whom supported my Democrat opponent, trying to weaponize the courts to smear a conservative Republican who's been cutting budgets and cleaning up county government, he said, referring to the group's latest stunt. Okay, listen. This is where First of all, he has not just been elected to the United States Senate. Any beef with the current Recorder of Deeds, I would imagine, isn't political, considering the people behind this or spearheading this are Republicans. So this isn't about some partisan argument and they're just going after him over politics. Yes, it's politics.
I don't know if they're Republicans or not. I mean, I know Christina Becker is, who's mentioned there, but the other ones, I don't know whether they're.
But it's not a difference of political sides of the aisle.
Kendall, no. There are.
I'm reading. I literally read
to say that someone is because they're in the same party as you, that there's no kind of politics involved is disingenuous.
I'm not suggesting that.
Because you look at the names of these people, right? And the Democratic Party used to be the same way. The big peeing matches, I'll say, were always between Democrats within the party, right? Fred Lebder, Carmen Molinaro had their factions; they went head to head. So I think all these things, number one, it's alleged. So you're alleging things.
Absolutely.
When you're a reporter, you hear this stuff all the time. You got people wanting you to carry their spear for them, do a story. Russ Rhodes did this wrong. Kendall did this wrong, and you got to filter through this stuff and decide what has merit and what doesn't. It's an allegation. So you have a group, and if you name the people in the group, always consider the source. Where is this coming from? Who's calling for this? And what is their agenda? You have to consider the source. So just because they're a Republican in the same party doesn't mean, what's the one lady here ran against him in the primary?
Yeah, Christine
And you're
Becker.
saying it's not political?
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is it's getting a little old that John Marietta comes on as the recorder of deeds with this "we the people." I mean, he really, Russ, he acts like he's running for state senate sometimes.
Well, yeah.
Okay? And that's what I'm saying. It's the drama behind it.
Mm-hmm.
We all, of course, this is all politically motivated.
And I think
kidding.
it's the last paragraph where he brings up transparency.
In the thing?
Does he bring up transparency in the last paragraph?
I don't know. No.
He does bring up...
no. Who? Abramowitz?
I thought that was attributed to Mr. Marietta. I might be wrong, but I only read it once.
Well, I think that they do want transparency.
Well, yeah, and you would think Mr. Marietta would want transparency too, and say, okay, yeah, go ahead and audit it. I've done nothing wrong.
And when John Marietta, when he's referencing himself as a conservative Republican, who's not to say that the people going after him aren't? It is turning this into this big, like he holds some big office. And if we're being fair,
I think I think a lot of this is still fallout from 2 years ago when he ran for commissioner. Not even 2 years into his first term as recorder of deeds, and then when he lost, takes it to court, and takes it to court, and takes it to court.
And says that Josh Shapiro landed here on a plane to get some ballots in a.
Yeah.
It was too much, and that's where he lost me.
So I think some of this stuff, though, might be related to that, just as a hangover, as the feeling of he's an embarrassment to Fayette County. Yeah. He doesn't belong in that spot. He's cost the county money. He's not who he says he is, and I think that's what a lot of that is coming down to. Is just people trying to expose John Marietta, who they think he is.
Turnabout is fair play type concept, right?
I kind of wish. Do you think the judge will do this?
I have no clue.
Honestly, I think it'd be nice just for it to happen to put it to rest. And John Marietta seems to stand by his word that he has done nothing wrong, and so let the truth come out and let's be done with it.
Right. Mm-hmm. But you have this he said, she said stuff that goes on
all the time,
way too much, and in the absence of. The stuff was about the payments for being on the station here, right? Where does that money come from? Mm-hmm. And I don't know that that's ever been definitively looked at independently by a credible source.
Right.
You have political sources who say it's wrong. You have other people say it's right. And if you're a reporter who wants to just put it to bed once and for all, I mean, wouldn't you think if any malfeasance was going on there that the commissioners would have called for somebody to come in and, hey, he's wasting money, using money improperly, we're calling for something to happen. You got a district attorney who has investigatory powers.
Yeah.
So this stuff just hangs in the air like a thick cloud, and nobody cuts through it and does the definitive piece on it. So you have people masquerading on Facebook as independent sources of, and you can connect the dots and know where they are. You can connect the dots and see where these people are.
And that's in itself is an embarrassment for Fayette County as well.
Right.
When people just throw out these allegations, and you and I, everybody in this room, we may read the same thing and we're going to agree with it. Oh, that's a bunch of hooey. There's somebody out there that's going to believe it.
Right.
And that person's going to spread it. And that person's going to spread it. And so it just gives a bad eye to Fayette County when there's so many people trying to turn that perception of Fayette County around.
Yes. Even like little things like, with the drama of going on within the city of Uniontown, like bringing the news in. For something that is not going to make a difference, and it's people just go they're in one talking out of both sides of their mouth, really. At one point you want to say we need to bring more positivity to Uniontown, but then you're willing to go ahead and trash it every chance you get.
So, Paul, this brings a question to my mind. With today's news, when you got into the business originally, we got our news from your local newspaper, and there were 3 TV stations that brought you the news for a half hour in the early evening and another half hour late at night. And that was pretty much it. And then cable came along, and CNN with 24/7. And other cable networks then started joining in. And we've got all this, feeding the beast 24/7, just having to find something new constantly.
And the social media aspect of it.
That we're now seeing stories that
that aren't stories.
Yeah, 25 years ago you never would have heard about
it. That's a phenomenon of TV. Okay, TV was always light. I mean, journalism light, very light. It's all about we broadcast it first, not necessarily that we got it right or that we got it best. So newspapers would wait. When I need to talk to Russ Rhodes for this story because they're saying he did all this bad stuff. I mean, sometimes we hold a story for days, make 3 attempts to call you to get your comment. I mean, seriously, because this was serious matter.
Yeah.
You worried about people's reputation.
Yeah.
You worried about being fair. And, the standard I've talked about this before on the show, the standard was innocent until proven guilty. And you don't go out of your way to be used by anybody. And trust me, they want to use you.
Yeah.
They want to get you to do stories, carry their spear. And when you had newspapers there, we would cut through the BS basically and say, look, is there merit to this or not? We will do it on our terms. And we're not going to I'm not going to let somebody, tell me what I need to do. I got criticized by some people. Well, you put Sean Kavanaugh in the paper all the time, whatever. Turns out there was corruption at the Fayette County Housing Authority and someone went to jail. So you don't get used by people, if you're a newspaper. But TV, I've seen the standard be, I've even seen national TV, network TV, report something, we heard this or we picked this up from over here. We haven't independently verified it.
Yeah.
But Russ Rhodes is alleging that Kendall and Paul did. We would never do that at a newspaper. You couldn't do it if you wanted to. People were there. We were all committed to it. You had editors. You had friends there. And big arguments about stuff to keep each other honest about stuff. So we had a higher standard, I believe, than electronic media certainly does. And certainly social media, anybody can say anything. There used to be people would come to the commissioner meetings when we had televised them, and they would say, "You got to do this. This is happening," and they'd wave around this. Look, it says right here, it's in print. And where did you get this? You printed it off from somebody's blog on the internet.
Yeah.
And you're waving it around like it's an absolute truth or a truism, and it really, really wasn't. So to answer your question, Russ, what gets lost here is the ability for someone or the desire for someone to go out there and get to the bottom of it in a fair and impartial way, and you're a credible source. You're not a credible source if you ran as a candidate for office and now you're trying to say, well, I'm an independent guy, or you're a former office holder. You're tattooed, with a bias or with a you can't really be a credible source. Once you go down that path, it's hard.
Yeah.
So I'm fumbling around a little bit here, but I think that there's trusted sources are harder and harder to come by, and what you have is just this constant he said, she said, and yes, did it wrong, no, I didn't do anything wrong, and it never gets resolved in the fashion where you can sit down. You have allegations here. Do we live in an era where allegations become the crime? You know what I mean? If you say it enough, as you said earlier, and people believe it, then that's true. That absolutely happened. Flying saucers were landing in Dunbar. They don't want you to know about it.
Don't want you to know about it. Which leads me, and I'll use this as a tease because we got to go to a break. But AI, artificial intelligence,
it makes it even worse.
And I've brought this up on my show too, so maybe we can talk about that a little bit when we come back. This is What's on Your Mind, Hot Topics. I'm Russ Rhodes, Kendall Sisler, and Paul Sunyak. More after this.
Are you looking for personalized healthcare you can trust? At Montgomery Medical, they're accepting new patients.
Hi, I'm Dr. Betty Thomas. Having a primary care provider means better overall health, from preventative care to managing chronic conditions. We're here to support you every step of the way.
That's right. Hi, I'm Jenna Lutzka, a physician assistant. Plus, we have same-day appointments and walk-in same-day care available too. We're here for you.
Join the Montgomery Medical family today by calling 724-569-8100 to schedule your appointment. A family tradition of family medicine.
Be prepared for the cold with the help of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or home equity line of credit, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Keep the cold out and the warm and cozy in your home this winter. Visit a loan officer today or apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729.
Pizza Kings in Connellsville is your go-to lunch and dinner spot with a full menu of mouth-watering pizzas and so much more. Using a deck oven helps our pizzas stay extra crisp. So if you haven't tried a slice lately, what are you waiting for? From our 50-slice King Carnivore to veggie pizzas and even pickle pizzas, Pizza King has the pie to match your taste. Pizza Kings, 1046 Morrell Avenue in Connellsville. Call 724-626-8343 or visit pizzakingswithaz.com.
Yeah, they're the people I trust. It's the place I go. Home Warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Home Warehouse thanks you for once again voting them the best in Fayette for home improvements and windows, and they know how to make your house a happy home. Save on energy costs, keep out drafts, and update your home with beautiful new windows, doors, and storm doors from Home Warehouse, your one-stop shop for your exterior building needs. Roofing, shingles, metal, and commercial rubber roofing, shutters, siding, soffit and fascia, railing, as well as flooring, home and gun safes, wood pellets, and dog food too. So, for selection, great prices, and hometown service, see Sandy and Donnie at Home Warehouse, Connellsville Street in Uniontown, wishing you a happy holiday season. Shop Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30, Saturday, 8 to noon, closed Sunday and holidays.
Home Warehouse, where a house becomes a home.
Businesses come in all shapes and sizes. Integrity doesn't. For more than a century, the Better Business Bureau has set the standards for how businesses should operate honestly and ethically. So when you're looking for a business you can trust, check to see who's BBB accredited and who isn't. Always choose the Better Business. Look for the BBB seal because it's looking out for you. That's why it's the sign of a better business. And find a better business anytime at bbb.org.
Having Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore in Uniontown means reliability, quality, and service. Pharmacists Stephen Harper and Seth Miller gladly answer healthcare questions and take care of your prescription needs. This is flu season. Call Hicks & Baugh's at 724-437-2828 and ask about flu shot availability and other vaccines. Free prescription delivery, mail-out service, and dependable courteous service are Hicks & Baugh's way of doing business. Hicks & Baugh's Drugstore, 304 Morgantown Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday till 3, closed Sunday.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind Hot Topics. I'm Russ Rhodes with Kendall Sessler. Paul Sunyak is here with us as well. 724-438-4593 is the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Kendall, Paul, we got a caller here on line one if you're all ready for that. Hello, welcome to Hot Topics.
Hello, this is Mark from Republic calling.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah, I heard Paul McCartney's name mentioned.
Yeah, Paul here in the studio with us went to his concert 3 nights ago.
Oh, Does anybody there remember where they were on February 9th, 1964 at 8 p.m.?
I'm going to guess the Ed Sullivan Show.
Correct.
Okay.
Every kid in America was watching the Ed Sullivan Show that night.
I was in California. That's as far as I can go on that. I can't go into any more specifics there, Mark.
Our sponsors would pull out.
What's that?
Our sponsors would maybe pull out.
No, I was just 5 years old living in California. Yeah.
Oh.
Same with me.
Yeah.
1964.
Well, yeah.
64.
Yeah.
The Beatles were on the Ed Sullivan Show.
Yeah.
And the world went crazy.
Mm-hmm. And then they were back like 3 weeks later, weren't they?
Correct.
Yeah.
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 Well, Paul's birthday's on June the 18th. You know, he's 80 years old now.
Yeah. He and my
every
wife
June
share a
the-
birthday.
Yeah. Yeah. Every June the 18th, I go to the Texas Roadhouse. I order the biggest porterhouse steak they have to celebrate.
Good. All right.
Oh, do you every year?
Every year. You know why?
Why?
Paul's a vegetarian.
Oh. Are you celebrating? Are you celebrating now with a glass of wine?
Well, actually, I'm past the 2 glasses of wine. I'm starting the Miller Genuine Draft now.
All right, Mark.
Well,
Good.
don't drive.
It is the start of the weekend. So
Yeah.
All right,
Hey,
Mark.
who's from Lambert there, though?
That's me.
Oh, okay.
I grew up in there.
Okay, that's a little town near McCullentown?
Correct.
Okay, I remember it's got a little circle around it, and okay, I remember I was there once. I went there to find it one time because I had never been there for some reason. That was 20 years ago, but I was there once, Paul.
Oh, that's great.
All right, that's in your scrapbook. In your
make
scrapbook,
a big
right, Mark?
tourist destination.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you got pictures in your scrapbook.
There you
go. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Mark. Thanks. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Uh-huh.
All right. There we go.
Let everybody know that the Hopwood's Light Up Night is tonight,
Okay.
and obviously that's in Hopwood. And there's a chocolate walk. It's Hopwood's first annual holiday chocolate walk. And the tree light, that's at 6 o'clock, and then the Hopwood tree lighting is at 7 p.m. And you can stroll through Hopwood and sweeten your holiday season for just $20. You'll visit 20 local businesses with each one offering a special chocolate treat. That is very cute. I think everyone likes chocolate. And all the proceeds for this fundraiser will go back to Hopwood efforts to continue to make the holiday magical.
It's getting earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
It's getting earlier and earlier, isn't it?
Jessica
It's
Scott,
just-
Jessie Scott, she is the principal at Marshall Elementary School.
Okay.
She created this holiday, it's like a little catalog of all of the, or many of, I'm not saying every single thing is in here, but holiday Christmas events going on throughout the county. And it's really, really nicely done. Shout out to her.
That's a lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot of
It
work.
has to, and then people sponsored this, and yeah, it's amazing. I can't wait to give one to my brother, my sister-in-law, just so they can see what to do with the
Yeah.
kids, and I'm sure she'll. And shout out to thank you, Jason, for dropping these off for me at the station. But I would imagine that next year they're going to order a lot more because these are great.
Yeah.
Should be everywhere.
Can I revisit something from
Yeah,
the last
absolutely.
conversation? I heard a little bit of the discussion about stuff being positive and negative in Fayette County and the image and stuff, and to me that's so off base to think that anyone. I mean, I can't say that there's validity to what we were talking about with these allegations or not. They're allegations, right?
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
But I used to hear this all the time, and get criticized for it, as did others at the paper. When you're writing these truthful stories, John Mara told me one time at the Housing Authority, you're writing these stories about the Housing Authority. No company's going to want to move to Fayette County now because of what you're doing, Paul. And I'm like, who's been moving here anyway?
Yeah.
The point I'm making is, do you want to keep your head in the sand and not have this stuff discussed openly? I mean, we can debate whether this is being reported as well as it could be, and whether there actually are the level of reporting, and whether how it resonates with the public. I mean, editorially, we do editorials and things like this. But I think the Herald Standard in my day was a recognized force for information.
Well, yeah,
and a credible source for information. You can like the story or not like the story, but it was out there and it was well done. So you get these criticism all the time, get on the team type thing, and why do you want to write this critical stuff? I remember one time, just one example of what I'm talking about. Pete Daly was a state rep and brought some people in for a summit thing to talk about Fayette County's poverty, and he brings in the woman who's the Secretary of Public Welfare in Pennsylvania. And she strides to the podium. I didn't cover this story, but it was in the paper. And she proclaims, I'm here in Fayette County to help because Fayette County is the third poorest county in the country. In the country. And like, then everybody's like, oh my God, look how bad we have it, you know. And we called them out on it and said, like, it's not the third poorest county in the country. It's the third poorest in Pennsylvania. But, you know, then why do you guys, she'll never come back now. You know, Pete said she's never coming back after what you guys did with pitchforks and stuff. No, we're just trying to correct what she said and investigate. And there's like 15 counties in some southern state that are way poorer than Fayette County, right? That was one example. But she's the one who misspoke.
Yeah.
And she's the Secretary of Public Welfare and doesn't even know where Fayette County stands. But we got criticized for it, for not, you know, why are you embarrassing the county like this? And why are you bringing attention to it? You're the ones who said it. You're the ones who did it. So, you know, a little bit on my soapbox here, I know, but when I was a reporter and people would criticize stuff, I said, there's two questions I'm going to ask you, basically, if you're a government official. What are the rules, and did you follow them? If you can say, here are the rules, and yes, I followed them, you don't have anything to worry about.
No.
Yeah.
You know, but don't blame me for printing it if you didn't follow the rules
or didn't know what they were.
Or didn't know what they were. You know, it's like Fayette County's assessments. You know, Larry Roberts, you know, appealed his assessment, brought in a appraiser, certified public appraiser from Pittsburgh, who said, like, came to a public appeal hearing and said, like, hey, I asked to see the rate book. You have to have the first time I heard about this, a rate book. What do you mean a rate book? Well, you have to have a base year rate book, and here it is. And it tells you if you have this, if you have a metal roof versus a shingle roof, if your house is made of brick as opposed to wood, you get a grade. And that's how they determine your assessment. But it all has to be done on the same book. 1958 rate book. This was in 2000 or a little bit before 2000.
Yeah.
And you know, first I heard of it, and you go in and you find out that they can't find the rate book from 1958. They haven't been using it for years. Not the Herald Standard's problem.
No.
Not Larry Roberts' problem for bringing it up. I'm glad he did.
Yeah.
Because then I did research into it and went to the chief assessor's office. I said, is what they say about having a rate book correct? Yep. And everybody has to be graded from that same book. You can't change it over the years, the system that you're using, right? Yep. Can you get my property record card from the house I built in 1986, 87? Get the rate book, put them on your desk, and show me how you got the numbers on my card from this book. Probably not. It's all you need to know. You haven't been following in the county. Not his fault, but over the years they bastardized the system. And it became a big to-do, and that's why they had to reassess the county. Because what they would do is people would buy a house for $150,000, let's say, and then just put it in the thing. It's assessed at $150,000. It should have been assessed at what it was worth in 1958. It should have been retroactively assessed, but people didn't know any better. And so this is the pesky newspaper doing stories that make somebody's life uncomfortable.
Did you do that story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And when people call up, I don't want my assessment raised.
How long would a story like that take to do?
Months.
Yeah.
And not just the time, Kendall, but the energy and the knowledge that you have to acquire. I mean, to actually learn how to do assessments and, you know, and learn how the system is supposed to work.
And at the same time, that's not the only story you were working on, I'm sure.
By far.
No.
Not by far. Not
No.
by far.
Yeah.
But you have to have a commitment to it. But that's just one example of what I mean by good reporting. And I think the reporting overall is comparatively weak. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah.
Investigative reporting is nil.
So I brought this up just before the break. AI, how has that contributed to news reporting today? Has it benefited? Has it been a detriment? And you know, one thing I'll bring up when and I brought this up before. I was searching for quotes and I forget what the topic was, but I'd come up with a Ronald Reagan quote, and I found a corresponding video for it, and just something in the back of my head was like, I need to take this further. And I found out that Ronald Reagan never said what this video was purporting because it had been AI generated.
No.
Somebody else had whatever for their own purposes. So I was very close to coming on the air and saying this quote because it worked into what I was planning on talking about.
After you became aware that it was AI generated.
Yeah.
When you watched it back, Were you able to pick up things?
Not really. No, it's gotten that good.
Wow.
It's
That's
not good.
crazy.
Yeah.
It sows the seeds of further confusion.
It does.
And it's going to make it harder and harder for people to actually figure out what's real and what's true.
Yeah.
And that can be dangerous.
And
it already is.
It's much easier to tell a lie than it is to defend the truth.
Mm-hmm. But when you say it already is, it hasn't even scratched the surface of the danger of what's to come. I mean,
And I don't know how you do that. I don't know if
I think it's
legislation. So you have what we brought up earlier. Political signs has to have a little disclaimer down there, paid for by, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does a law need to be made where the creators of any particular AI program gets automatically, when somebody creates something using their program, and we'll use the Ronald Reagan quote, for instance. If somebody's using, Chat GPT, I think I got that right. GPT. To alter video and wording and everything to make that, and they're using chat to do that. Should there be some kind of legislation where chat automatically puts into that video someplace AI-assisted content?
Oh, I don't know.
It's one thing to make a law that says if you're creating something artificial intelligence, you have to put a disclaimer there. Well, that's all well and good if you're a law-abiding citizen, but if your intent is to sow discourse and eat whatever lies, you're not going to, credit AI for that content. So do we need to put the onus on the creators of AI to do that automatically?
I don't know that would work. Even if you required it, people would ignore it. It would depend on them to look at it and figure it out. This is generated by AI. I shouldn't believe it. But I think that people don't take the time to do that. I think that you can rewrite history now. That's the danger to me.
Exactly.
You can have stuff in there. I saw something about Adolf Hitler the other day about it's a kind of a personal thing about his manliness, let's say, and it's like no way that this should be even considered his DNA. People are delving into this, and it's speculation, of course. But you can have it do anything. You can have the AI just say whatever you want to say in the way that you want to say. You could take the famous quotes of George Patton that are well known. Lead me, follow me, or get out of my way. Right?
Yeah.
The famous, may God have mercy on my enemies because I sure won't, that sort of thing.
Right.
And things that he legitimately said, you can now insert into any listing on Facebook or the internet, right? Here's a third quote that he never really said, and then you're relying on people then to sift through it and decide, what's true, what isn't, which one did he say. Yeah, he said that, they just didn't want you to know about it. It's a disaster.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman is in the news today. So he's got lawyers going after content providers that are using his voice, generated by artificial intelligence to whatever. And he says, that's not me.
They're going to do it with music as well. I mean, I have a friend who I am familiar with in politics, and can plug this stuff in and say, here's the information that I want you to do. Make it in a bluegrass song.
Yeah.
And it will come back to you, and as the whole song is created. Make it in a rock and roll song. The same sort of lyrics, are just presented in a different format. It will do it for you.
I've heard. So it's alleged that Spotify is a music app, like Pandora. They're creating a whole new channel that all the music's going to be AI generated,
right?
So that they're not going to have to pay royalties to anybody. It's just going to be, okay, let's, do me a song in the style of the Eagles,
right?
Do me a song in the style of the Beatles.
And then you can go out and download, and you can download, Don Henley's drums and copy it because it's so the files are easily available. You can actually Don Henley gets no money from it, right? Or you can use, Eric Clapton's guitar, and it can sound just like Clapton, but there's no way to trace that you copied his guitar on an electronic file.
So, and I think AI is great. I mean, it has some great applications. I think it's going to be great when it comes to medical research and advances, that type of thing.
But it's like, what's it going to do? Is it going to do more good than bad? And I don't know the answer to that, and it's very scary.
It is.
724-438-4593, the WVU Medicine Uniontown Hospital talk line. Russ, we'll take a quick break.
We do have a caller. So with that, we got to get this break in. So if the caller, you'll be patient and bear with us. We'll get you just as soon as this little break is over.
Take the fact book.
Caring for an aging parent or a loved one with medical needs? FACT, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, can help. Seniors 65 and older ride free on our fixed routes. People with disabilities get discounted shared rides. And if your loved one has medical assistance, their trips to doctors or treatment are covered under the shared ride program. Give them safe, reliable independence and yourself peace of mind. Call 724-628-RIDE or visit factbus.com. FACT, your community, your connection.
Hey, you looking for a quality pre-owned vehicle? Well, look no more, because with over 200 vehicles, Gary's Auto Sales is the largest used car dealer in the area. Whether you want a car, a truck, or an SUV, you'll absolutely find what you're looking for at Gary's. Gary's has been in business since 1974. You can visit them online at Gary'sAutoSales.com, or you can give them a call at 724-626-8080. Gary's Auto Sales. Many miles, many smiles.
For the best lunch spot in town, visit Titlow Tavern and Grill on West Main Street in Uniontown. Serving up lunch including daily specials and daily dinner specials, including Wednesday pasta and parm nights with chicken parm for $15 and veal parm for $19. And half-priced apps and $1 off drinks during happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 10. Titlows is also booking private parties. Call them today, 724-437-6749, or order online.
Are you looking to list or sell your house? Now is the time to let the professionals at Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty help you with all of your real estate needs. Caldwell Banker Laurel Ridge Realty has two convenient locations to better serve you. In Uniontown area, 724-437-7100, or in Connellsville area, 724-628-7200, and speak with one of our real estate professionals. Visit our website, caldwellbanker.com. We have been proudly serving Western Pennsylvania area for over 30 years and look forward to helping you with all of your real estate needs. Broker Paul Borges.
Hi folks, Sal Santori here, inviting you to tune in for our new show, 100% Truth, right here on WMBS 590 AM and 101.1 FM. We talk with neighbors about what current proposed legislation could do to our community service providers like our fire companies, VFWs, and favorite bars and restaurants, just to name a few. Join us every Sunday morning at 6, Monday drive at 5:15, and Tuesday to start your lunch at 11:15.
Hey love, I'm Tiffany from Tiffany Smith Fine Art Studios, serving up confidence boosts in Periopolis in our brand new luxury studio in downtown Pittsburgh. I'm not just here to take your picture, I'm here to help you remember who you are. Whether it's been a wild few years or you're just feeling a little blah, this is your permission slip to feel powerful again. You'll laugh, maybe cry, and leave feeling like that girl. Book your experience at TiffanySmithFineArtStudios.com because you deserve to be seen.
Your mental health is your most valuable asset. With 55 years of experience serving Western Pennsylvania, Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services is ready and able to assist you with all of your mental health needs. Offering over 20 specialized treatments, open access, and just-in-time scheduling means that you receive the treatment you need in a time-conscious fashion. Chestnut Ridge Counseling now offers telehealth, mental health urgent care with immediate access to a mental health professional with no appointment necessary. Call 724-437-0729. That's 724-437-0729 for mental health urgent care at Chestnut Ridge Counseling. Outpatient care options include individual, group, and family therapies, mental health and psychiatric evaluations, and medication services. Outpatient care and services are also available for patients under the age of 18, geared towards youth-centric problems and concerns. Take control of your mental health care with Chestnut Ridge Counseling Services. Call 724-437-0729 to set up an appointment or speak immediately with a mental health professional.
Welcome back to What's on Your Mind Hot Topics. Russ Rhodes filling in for TJ, who was filling in for Bill. Kendall is here, and so is Paul Sunyak. And guys, we got a phone call here. So maybe it's one of our new 1,000 listeners a day that we get.
Oh, yeah.
Could be. Hello, welcome to What's on Your Mind, and thanks for holding.
Hello, how you doing?
Good.
It's Fred.
Hey, I just heard something on the news a little bit confusing to me. Donald Trump said that these Epstein files are it's a hoax. Then he wants to start an investigation about Democrats, including Bill Clinton, in the Epstein files. Now, is it a hoax or isn't it a hoax?
Yeah, that's contradictory.
Yeah. What is it?
Fred, you know what? I just saw something recently. I think what the president was saying was investigating Democrats was not geared towards Epstein. It was something else. I think it was. I might be wrong on that, but I think it was something else.
It's foggy right now for me.
Yeah, it is, because it's developing.
I just heard it on the news.
Well, I understand that, but it's still developing.
It's developing.
Well, yeah.
Would you like to see an investigation opened up, Fred?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to find out the truth.
Yeah.
Democrat or Republican.
So yeah, absolutely.
All right.
One way or another. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's developing. I haven't read the entire article. I just saw the headline and the first paragraph of it. So beyond that, I really
How did you interpret it?
What's that?
How did you interpret it? How did you interpret it?
Again,
about what he said.
I scanned it. I just saw that.
No, yeah, 1 hour
Yeah.
ago, according to ABC, Trump calls for DOJ probe into other Epstein ties, including Clinton.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's not a hoax, huh?
Well, unless he's referring to a hoax towards its content regarding him.
Oh, everybody's in it except him.
I don't know. Maybe.
Russ is
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I'm
yeah.
speculating.
We're
I'm speculating.
going to find out.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right, bye.
Thanks.
Take care.
Bye.
Another tactic.
Yep.
Look over there. Look at
Yeah.
them. Look what they did.
Exactly.
And it works both ways.
And we do have another call, but caller online too. We're out of time. Yeah, so
Call back
sorry.
next week.
Give us a call next week, and we'll be happy to chat with you.
That flew by.
Thanks for coming on.
Hey,
today.
thanks for having me, Paul. Thanks for
Great.
coming on in.
Enjoyed it.
It's been a fun show. I've enjoyed it very much.
Time
today.
flew.
And thanks, Sheriff Custer, for coming on in and giving us some updates on stuff he's working on. So CBS is next, and I guess it's Nick now that we'll be in with the local news, sports, and weather. This is WMBS Uniontown, 3 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Christopher Cruz. Central and Southern California are getting drenched by an atmospheric river of rain. In Altadena, there are fears the fire-scarred hills will slide down into homes. Deputy Rolando Iglesias is telling residents to evacuate.
We do have a lot of mudslides that do happen here and along the other side of Altadena on the west. So we're doing our notifications, making sure everyone is aware.